Hello YouTube artist, I'm Kelly Hernig and welcome to In the Studio. Today we're going to do the second episode of my Monday Minis and it's all about water control. Last week's episode was about water and your brush and how to control that. Today it's going to be about pigment ratio to water and how to get a better control of that. I'm going to show you a couple tips. So when I am using my watercolor, I go from my water bowl here, I blot twice on my paper towel, and then I reach for my pigment. Now, usually I like it very light. I don't like my water really juicy, or I don't like my pigment really juicy. So here's what mine looks like straight off my brush. Now, if I wanted to make it lighter, I would just dip my brush right into the water, blot once on paper towel, and make it a little bit lighter. So do you see the difference already just in doing that? But what I want to do today is show you how to make really juicy pigmented watercolor first, and then we're going to get lighter with that. I find it easier to go heavy and then to light than light to heavy. So by that I mean I'm going to take my brush straight from my water here and I'm going to let some water sit on that paint for a while. And when I'm doing that, what's happening is it's releasing it. I like dry watercolor, so this has been squeezed from the tube into here and then left to dry. I like working with dry watercolors versus wet. I find I use a lot less paint and I like my paintings better because I know how to manipulate this into the kind of color that I want and the kind of pigment ratio I want. Where from the tube, I always over dip and I always get my paintings are very dark. So I want to kind of control it better myself. So with this, I'm going to show you the difference here versus this really wet pigment now that I'm just going to dip right into, just like I did. And look at the difference. Do you see how bold that is? Look how dark and saturated that is. And that's because it is flooding my little area here on my palette with water and it's releasing a lot of pigment up. Where this, remember, I just had the water on my brush. So you're going to see a big difference there. And what I'm going to do too is I want to blend it onto my palette so that you can see the difference. So I'm taking more water on my brush here. And I want you to see how dark that is. I'm going to add more and show it on my palette here. Look how dark, right? So that tells me that I have a lot of pigment. Look at when I tilt it, it is not running everywhere, so it's not a lot of water. Now, when you apply this, and I'm going to apply it to this sheet over here. So as I'm going really dark, I want you to see how thick that is. A lot of color. I could probably get that a little darker. So let's go. I'm going from my paint again to my palette and let's get it just a little darker. So I want you to think of the ratio of pigment, 5, water, none. Basically, it's just the water that I had spread on there. So what I'm going to do now with this pigment is I'm going to dip my brush once in water and then twice again on the paper towel like I do it. And I'm going to add water here. Notice that I'm not dipping in there again. I want to add it here. Notice that it's still not moving. And let's see the difference. Do you see the difference in value already? This is watercolor. So by adding water makes the paint and the pigment lighter because it's making the pigment now water down a little bit more, but it's adding water to it as well. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to dip my tip of my brush in the water, double pat on my paper towel, and I'm going to go into that. You can see now it's starting to look a little more watery. Let's put it down here. Now look at the 3 values there. So by values, I mean dark to light. This is definitely the darkest. This is the lightest on here, and this is a medium value. This is where I like to start painting from, maybe even a little lighter. So let me just dip my brush in water, and I haven't put it on the palette or anything. I've just dipped it with water. Most of my paintings start there, and then I can deepen with shades here, here, and here. So let's start adding some water to this. I'm going to add a little more pigment. Let's get that back. And you can see now it's got a little more water in it. I'm going to add more water. And see, it's just now starting to run. So let's compare that to where I was here. And that's about right. Only in my application, mine is more dry like this. So you can see the value is pretty similar, but mine's more dry, which means it's gonna dry faster, and when I splash, I'm gonna get splashes. So I'm gonna keep adding water to this, and let's see what happens. So I'm dipping my brush in water. I'm blotting on the paper towel, just the tip of it. And you can see it's a lot more watery now. Okay, I'm gonna dip my brush in water again, blot it once on the paper towel. I'm gonna dip again once, blot on paper towel. I'm just blotting the tip, by the way. And this is a full line of values. So this had hardly any water, this had a lot of water. This is about a medium value here. Well, probably these two are a little more medium, and these are where I start. So by starting here on the medium, I can go lighter, I can add darker. I would never add this to this. I would start here by adding a shade, and then I would add a darker shade. And let's try a different color. I'm gonna start with this orange here. So again, orange, let's get it wet here. Let's let it set for a minute. And when you are creating these piles, you know, when I created this dark one here, it was really thick. So I want you to think of like heavy cream or peanut butter. Like think that you added a little bit of peanut butter to it and it's kind of sticky. By the time I get to here, I mean, it's full water, hardly any pigment. And if you can learn to feel the difference on your palette, when you feel resistance, that means that it's losing its water and it's becoming more pigmented. But when it really glides around like that, like real fast, that means it's becoming more like these kind of values. When you start to feel it resist, know that there's more pigment usually. So let's look at this orange here. So I'm gonna try to get the full amount here because remember, this is a heavier application and I can tell right there it's not enough water. So I need more water in this. There we go. Now do you see I'm going to add more still because I want it nice and rich. I'm feeling, can you see it's kind of gliding a little too easy? So I want to make sure I have kind of that resistance. Notice that I'm not getting any more water. I'm just taking the water that is on the pile of paint there. That's a nice color. That's a nice darkness for that orange. Okay, to make it lighter, I'm going to dip once in my water, blot the tip on my paper towel, and move it all around again. I'm going to dip once in my water, blot it, the tip on my paper towel, and let's add it again. Are you seeing the more water here? How it's getting a little creamier. Tip in the water, tip blotted on paper towel. Tip in the water on paper towel. Now I hope you can see that. It's much easier. Tip in the water, blot on paper towel. Tip in the water, blot on paper towel. I'm going to rinse my brush fully now, blot on paper towel, and just pick up what's left on my palette. Now I want you to see those results. Do you see the difference every time I added water? Remember, I didn't add pigment, right? I just added water. So this was my heavy pigment load, which is that peanut buttery kind of heavy whipping cream load. By the time I got to here, it was almost all water. Well, actually, these three were pretty light in water. Where I would have started is probably here or here, depending on which application I wanted. Because from here, I can shade, but I can also lighten if I need to. By lightening, I could lift it a little bit if I wanted, but that is pigment ratio to water. And if you learn to feel it on whatever palette you're using, you will understand it quicker. But knowing the values too and seeing the difference there by just adding water will make it a lot easier for you to be like, okay, this is where I am. I want to go here. I need a lot more pigment. Or this is where I am. I want to go here. I need a lot more water. So remember, water is always lighter in color and tone, where pigment always makes it deeper and richer and more like a shading tone. I hope this second part of water control has been helpful. I would love to hear your comments. And as always, thanks so much for watching.